Hey, how's it going? Welcome to 7 Days of Trans Nation Formula 1. I'm Brett Keenan. A couple of weeks ago, Craig Lowndes announced his retirement and had a mass swarm of people giving him congratulations and well done for his career. I hope you fuckwits do the same when I retire.
Get fucked.
Anyway, so welcome to this brand new section to the Trans Nation Formula 1 World Championship. Kind of similar to what you would expect from Trans Nation Superstars, only it's more of a game show now than it is a talk show. So I've got two teams today, Team Petronas and Team Scuderia. Team Petronas, will start with McKenzie, Stewart. Who have you got on your side of the panel?
Wait, what, are you talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you. Now introduce your team.
Oh, right. No, I guess I'm stuck with the worst one out of the potential candidates tonight. I'm stuck with Jonathon. Howdy.
Hey, that's not cool.
And then Alex Little in Team Scuderia. Who have you got with us tonight?
Well, we have got my lovely mate Banana Josh here, and I think me and Josh is going to be pretty good force. Yes.
Yep.
Let's go.
So basically, we've got three shows. We've got three things today. We also might have a quick little talk about the current state of play with the Trans Nation Formula 1 World Championship for now. So starting it off, we're going to start with Caption This. So basically, the rules for Caption This, I'm going to provide a photo, which I'll also show in the video itself. They've got these people's jobs to do is find the right caption that goes for this photo, or whatever they think is funny enough. So, without further ado, I will send now the link into the Skype chat now to show off the first photo. So, we'll start with Team Petronas. What do you think of this caption?
I thought you said the Red Bull gives you wings.
I thought about that one.
Oh, that actually wasn't a bad one, Jonathon. I don't know.
Was it Leclerc just hit to the curbs and just brake checks Brendan Hartley?
No. This is when McKenzie runs without a ABS. He does it off.
I like that one. I like that.
Oh, mate. Jesus.
Anything for
Have mercy on my soul, please.
McKenzie, before we get the actual caption?
I'm gonna stick with Jonathan's one. I quite like Jonathan's one. I thought Red Bull gives you wings.
Okay, so correct. The actual caption was Charles Leclerc, having brake issues throughout the Monaco Grand Prix, ends up spearheading the back of Brendan Hartley's race, putting them both out of contention for the Grand Prix. So, good job there, boys. Now we'll go to Team Petronas.
Well, that was a bit blunt.
Team Scuderia, sorry. Here's your caption. Find a caption for this.
It's easy.
Oh. Oh. When you
when you finally realise it's the weekend.
I realise.
When you're gonna have when you have beer. I'm trying to get this to work here. Okay, hang on. When you get a drink, but the bartender doesn't provide a glass.
I asked for peanut butter and jam, not peanut butter and toe jam.
I want strawberry flavor.
Banana Josh winning at USA. You're doing it wrong.
I was literally about to say that. I was literally about to say Banana Josh.
Anyway, so the actual caption to that was Daniel Ricciardo celebrates his victory at the Chinese Grand Prix with none other than his infamous shoey. Something that he swore to never do it again because there's so many sick bastards out there in his quotes.
All right,
Rightio, Team Petronas.
Probably all the toe jam.
Team Petronas, here is your next photo.
I think it's got something bad here.
I just hope you don't get
Oh, here we go.
Oh.
That look when the Williams beats you in qualifying.
I don't think it is.
Actually, sorry, Jonathan, but I've got a better one. When you're in GP2 and Jonathon out-qualifies you in qualifying.
Ouch.
Ouchie.
Shots fired.
I am in
I had
F1
to
next
do
season,
that.
so don't be dissing that one.
When Marcus Ericsson walks out in a sexy dress and looks better than you.
God damn, Erickson, it was all your fault.
You said about like Marcus
When
Ericsson.
you go to the
like,
when you go to the club with your boys and you just see that tenor from the rear, but when she turns around and she's a one at the front.
Oh, I've seen that before. I've had that before in public. I was a really nice chick like behind, and she turned around and was like, "Oh, fuck me." Oh,
Right.
nasty.
Well, okay, so the correct quote for that one was Charles Leclerc admits fault for the incident between himself and Brendan Hartley at the Monaco Grand Prix. All right, Team Scuderia, here is your last photo.
Oh god.
Come on, Banana Josh.
Oh god.
Holy shit! That is what I call.
I think I know this one. I
flying
know this
mental.
one.
And then Brendan Hartley finally got his wings.
Yeah,
Canada declares war on New Zealand after hate crime of Stroll crashing Hartley out in his home Grand Prix.
I've got a. Hang on.
Don't you mean Hartley crashing Stroll out?
Yeah, we
Hartley-
could go on. We could do this. We could go. We could go on this for hours.
Slow. You just can't avoid the damn things. You're just that fucking slow.
Hartley debuts new Honda hover car, still crashes.
Okay, so the actual answer to that one is Brendan Hartley up in the air after contact with Lance Stroll on lap 1 of the Canadian Grand Prix, both out of the race.
I think Brendan Hartley was saying in the cockpit during that crash, like, I think there's something in the air tonight.
Ooh, that's actually quite good.
I-
All right, so that's it. So that's it for caption there. Team Petronas, I'm going to give you the amount of times that Hamilton's ever bitched over Team Radio, 1,000,006.
oh god.
And Team Scuderia, I'm going to give you the amount of points that Ferrari have accumulated in Formula One's history, 1,021. So Team Petronas wins.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
God
Yeah.
damn it.
No. Brett. Give Team Scuderia the amount of the points for the amount of times Vettel smashed his wheel after crashing out at Hockenheim.
That would only be about 3 or 4. So
Exactly.
anyway, we'll now move on to the second segment of the show, which is called Answers. So I give the answers out to the contestants. Their job is to find the question. So we'll start with Team Scuderia on this one. The answer is 69.
Wow.
69.
Basically, when your championship rival asks you to do 69 on the racetrack.
That doesn't make any sense.
That wasn't a question, nor did it
That
make
wasn't
sense.
Okay. I'm sorry. Okay.
That's just Alex being Alex.
The question is, what did Alex do last night?
Oh god.
Well, for your information.
No, don't. No.
Alex. Don't even go.
No,
Okay.
that was
I got a
fucking
good one.
All right,
I got a-
that's great.
Banana Josh's favorite number in F1.
That was 28.
No,
Not 69.
Yeah,
Alright,
question.
alright. I got a question for that one now. What number did Nicky Hayden just use in the MotoGP season?
pretty close,
Yeah.
but not enough. What was the number of former GP2 driver Matt Daddy in the Mercedes, which was oddly enough 69? Team Petronas, your next
I think
question.
mine was better, though.
Team Petronas.
That was the best. What did Alex do last night? That is the best.
So,
That's
yeah.
fucking good.
So,
You-
Team Petronas, your answer is...
Stop you from when I roasted you before. We're even now, Jonathan.
Okay, so Team Petronas, your answer is Noek 3712 Azerbaijan.
Who crashed out on the last lap while in second place, and where did he crash out?
Who crashed out on the front stretch with 50 meters to go on the last lap?
Well,
And where?
prematurely, ideally, you got the question right, but usually the prospect is to try and make it as funny as possible. But
I've got one. What the fuck was Noah even thinking of when he was crossing the line of plasma TV or something? Jesus.
That didn't make any sense, Alex.
well,
That's just
yeah, but
purely
there is a valid point in it. It's like, yeah,
What the fuck was he doing? What was he thinking? You know, I'm just gonna crash out and just go
cross the line.
crash
Yeah,
out,
I'm just gonna.
crash
Okay,
out, cross
okay,
the-
I do. Were the silver arrows pointing towards the wall?
Fuck if I know.
I don't know. To me, it was kind of like what I said last night with the Malaysia crash. It's that point where he's hit the wall, he's kind of looked across the line, and he's like, oh, fuck, I can't believe you've done this.
Wait, Rosberg, you prick, we put in the ambulance!
All right, Team Scuderia, your next answer is world champion.
What?
Alex,
What?
Why the fuck? Hang on. Why
champion.
the fuck is Lewis Hamilton even a champion anyways?
Did you guys hear what mine was?
Oh, no. What?
What Alex will never be.
God, this is turning into a hate battle. It happens in Formula 1 and off track.
Mackenzie,
All right, I
do you
got a better one.
do
I
you
got a
take
better one.
back
now.
that
I got a
worst
better one.
comment yet?
Oh, yeah, no, definitely not. Yeah, no, it's kind of like working with you in the commentary box again. Because you know I'd kick your ass if you said anything.
Why would Hamilton pass Timo Glock at the Brazilian
Yeah,
Grand Prix?
yeah, true.
World champion.
What was something
It's
Mark?
that Glock!
What did something Mark?
This is Glock!
God, slowly! Oh no!
What's the one thing Mark Webber could never tick off his bucket list?
Oh.
That's
Six
true.
one.
No, the
No, I
actual
think Alex beat him to
answer
that
is Stefan Arnberg in Naomi 92 is the first person in the Trans Nation Challenge to do what, and that was become world champion with several races to go. So,
Not
congratulations.
even 7 races. It's like 4.
Three!
3.
Well, either which way, congratulations, Stefan, who we tried to get in here and
I think it
couldn't
was
make it in.
three. I think it was 4 races
And
to go.
to Team Petronas, your final answer is McLaren.
I'm moving to McLaren.
The question
Oh,
is, how the hell did they get on the podium?
If it wasn't for McLaren, where would Hamilton be?
McLaren?
Oh.
What? What?
I mean, that's not even a simple answer.
How does that work?
No, I'm taking.
Where
leave
would
out
PM&A
Alex's
go?
full retard.
What team will suffer the most next season with my departure?
Yeah,
None.
none.
No,
Oh, he bounces, he fires back.
What team will be worse off since Alex has left them now?
Oh, yeah. Rip McLaren. They were good, and now next season they're going to be B trash.
Actual question for
Well,
that
actually
is, what team is Delta Air X moving to at the end of this season? No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, what team
Wait, what?
what team has actually amassed the most victories in combined categories? And the answer to that is McLaren. So
Since
And
when?
And a
Since
follow-up
when?
question to that: how the
Since
hell
when?
did that Honda
Explain
engine
it.
hold up that long?
Explain that.
I'll explain
How
that
could the
later,
Honda-
later in the road. So
How could
now
a
we'll
Honda
move.
engine get on the podium?
So that's
or
the
win
end
Grand
of answers. Team Petronas, you're going to have the amount of victories that Sauber have accomplished in F1. That is 0. And Team Scuderia, you're going to have the amount of wins that Force India have accomplished in the Trans Nation Challenge 3. So Team Scuderia wins.
Ooh!
Hey, we deserve some points for my answers to two of those
Oh,
questions.
you'll get driver of the day.
true, but,
Unless Max Verstappen can come up with something funnier.
Oh god.
And final round triple points.
Yo!
Funny
I'm
thing.
in!
Funny thing about it actually is that 2018's been the year of Lewis Hamilton. If you have of driver of the day, if you've actually noticed that.
Well, of course.
Yeah,
it is.
well, it's because he keeps finding a way to fuck his qualifying up.
Well, that's true. I mean,
Can he
Or-
change the
or-
difficulty?
he must have
Or-
been getting sick
from
of
hard
he must
to
have been getting
easy?
sick of Max Verstappen getting driver of the day all the time, so I thought, you know what, I'll compromise my qualifying just so I can get driver of the day.
Yeah, no, Hamilton's done an error and turned the AI difficulty from ultimate to very easy.
Well, that's a
we're joined in by Big Mike 468 or Michael Poland. Welcome to
What's going on, guys?
welcome to 7 days of Transnation Formula One. We'll put you in the neutral zone. We'll have you join me in the comm seat for the time being. So the next question, well, today actually I'll get you in on this. You can be a neutral party, so we'll call you Team Red Bull. So we're going into the next part, which is Grill the Grid, obviously. So this is individualized team prospect. So each person gets asked a question based on results from either the previous Grand Prix, but in this case, because we're trying to catch up on as much stuff as we've missed, we're going to probably cover everything up to this moment of time. So, Alex, we're going to start...
7 months of history. Time to open the books.
Yep, so, Alex, we're going to start with you.
Let's throw the shrimp on the Barbie. It's Grill the Grid.
Hey, don't mess with the Aussies.
Anyway, so, Alex, my victory at the Japanese Grand Prix was the first time since when?
Bahrain?
Correct, Bahrain round 3 of the championship.
That was a solid, quick answer.
It's very easy to know how much pictures you've had.
And
because Brett doesn't win that often, so it's easier to remember.
yeah, pretty much.
Hey, that's a sheep's favorite track.
What?
I get the context that he's making a mockery of New Zealand with our love of sheep, but anyway, Josh, your next question is: you were the first driver in a long time for Ferrari. Well, you're the first Ferrari driver to win since the Joker, but we won't class him as a candidate. So,
well, that doesn't count, that one.
You were the first driver for Ferrari to win in GP3. Who was the actual... Now, this goes way back, so if you've ever been paying attention to any beta test talk that we've ever had, you might know this.
Well, I wasn't involved with the beta test.
Who was the first Ferrari race winner?
Oh,
First Ferrari race
there's
winner.
really only 2 candidates. It's a 50-50 answer. If he knows the
Can you just give me the options of who would drove in the Ferrari in the beta test?
It was either myself or Plevs.
Well, that was a bold. Ah, shoot. If I get this wrong, then Team Scuderia is going to be screwed up.
They're already screwed up.
Well, you said you won the championship in the beta test.
I did.
I'm going to say you, Brett.
Well, you'd actually be wrong. By unofficialness, yes, you would have been right because I did win the pre-season testing. But the official race winner was actually Plevs at round 2 at the Spanish Grand Prix after he shunted me off the circuit.
I knew it. I knew it.
So, Michael, you've moved from Ferrari over to Williams. When's the last time Williams won a Grand Prix in any of the categories?
I assume we're talking about TNF1, right? Not like actual real life.
Shit.
Actually, yeah, we'll go both ways. So, the last time Williams won a race in the TNF1 and the last time Williams won a race in the actual F1.
Well, fuck yeah.
Well, it has to be Pastor Maldonado.
That's correct on that one.
Oh, no.
And that's a scary prospect
Well, that
in
was
itself.
a bold answer, Mike.
Imagine had a win in 6 years.
I think the last Williams driver for the TNC. Oh shit!
You Pastor
No,
Maldonado.
there is no shit on the grid.
At least we hope.
If you don't count Alex.
Well, unless you count Warlords as luck.
Shit. That's pretty crap, man. That's fucking crap.
Right.
I would say him by name, but he hasn't fucking won a race in a while.
Well,
True.
You would be correct though. His last victory came at the Silverstone Grand Prix, so he won.
This is where I was on the podium before.
Okay, so well done, Team Scuderia and Team Red Bull. Now to Team Petronas. McKenzie, how many wins? Well, actually, so Noek 3712 and Black Mamba 0113 have won 13 races between them. Who has won now? How many wins has Noek 3712 had versus Black Mamba 0113?
8-5, isn't it?
That's correct. Noek 3712 taking 8 victories, but has had a recent string of double DNFs in the last couple of races. We'll see what happens tomorrow at Mexico, whether he can keep that up. Could make an interesting championship battle if it keeps up. And finally, Jonathon. Who's the driver that's had the most driver swap-arounds since the inception of the Trans-Tasman Challenge?
It's definitely Brett.
You'd actually be surprised by this answer. And if he doesn't get it, he'll be quite surprised himself.
I think it's actually myself. Red Bull to Mercedes, Mercedes to Toro Rosso, and then originally it was Toro Rosso to McLaren to Renault.
And that's Toro Rosso to Renault.
He is correct. So Habs for life, Jonathon Carten with the most driver change rounds since the Trans-Tasman Challenge.
Well, you're most
I didn't expect that.
Well, I've only had 3. Well, actually, no, I've only had 2, and that's from Red Bull, Ferrari to Toro Rosso. I go to Red Bull, which would be my 3rd, but I haven't.
No. But if we're talking unofficial ones as well,
but even Jonathon still does it on the unofficial basis because he's gone from Red Bull to Mercedes to Toro Rosso. So that's
and then GP2, I've done Williams to Sauber to Renault.
So yeah.
Sort your shit out, Jonathon.
I've only switched teams once this season from Force India to McLaren.
But you also switched from McLaren Force India to Sauber in the original as well.
Oh yeah, and Beta.
And you too, McKenzie, too, because you went from.
I went from McLaren to Force India, and then before that little fuck decided to leave because he couldn't.
I didn't really leave. I just couldn't commit. It's the difference between leaving and you can't commit.
Okay, so we'll have a look at the. We'll have a look at the thing. So, Team Petronas, you'll get the points. So, Team Petronas, you'll get the amount of times that Mercedes have ever collided in races. That will be 1. Team Red Bull, you'll get the amount that they've collided, which is 2, and Ferrari, how many times that Kimi Raikkonen's been fucked over by team strategy, too many to count.
Too many to fuck.
Too many to count, so Team Scuderia wins.
Yeah.
Okay, how the heck when McKenzie and I both got our question right?
Everyone got their question right, pretty much.
Yeah.
So how do we only get 1 point when 2 of us got our questions right?
It's called a game show, and it's called Taking the Piss.
It is taking the piss by a massive shot.
It's called, it's called extra time sudden death.
So,
triple points.
Final segment of the program. We're gonna. It's a little bit we call predictions. So both teams are gonna make a all 3 teams are gonna make a prediction on who they think is gonna win the Mexican Grand Prix tomorrow. I'll also have my say at the very end as a closing statement. So we'll start with Team Red Bull. Team Red Bull, who do you think is going to take it out in F1, GP2 and GP3 for the Mexican Grand Prix?
Big Mike.
No comment.
Let's see. Shit. I think Banana Josh is going to win for GP3 for Ferrari.
If he doesn't bottle it like the last 2 races.
Oh.
I trust me.
I'm actually talking about last night, but I mean.
Well, of course, I want bottled it at the race.
I think Stewie is going to win for GP2.
What the deuce?
And
Ferrari boys for the win.
I think Brett, man, it's about time for another victory, man.
Yeah, it would be quite nice.
All of 2 weeks.
2 weeks. I'm a bit overdue, so that would be.
He's overdue. He's in labour. He's overdue.
Yeah. Well, thanks for that. So then we'll move to Team Scuderia. So Alex, your predictions.
GP3. I reckon PM&A might be able to squeeze a victory there if he's racing.
If he doesn't rage quit on the first 5 laps.
First
GP2.
races.
I don't know who's even tuning up, so I don't know. I'm gonna put inconclusive. And then F1, I reckon Noah will win by like 30 seconds. Yeah. That's my pick.
Okay, well, if he doesn't end up disqualifying himself or not qualifying,
Mexico's fucking corner cutting fucking heaven, man. If you like to cut corners, you're gonna love Mexico.
all right, Banana Josh, your prediction for
Okay. I'm gonna go with Infinite March for the win.
Ooh.
You know, he tried his best in the US. Penalty, finished in second place, just ahead of Nami 92.
God.
So I'm gonna say Infinite March to win.
He does
GP
need to win. He does. The guy, poor guy.
He does. He never won. He never won the Grand Prix in the TNC before. I'm gonna say Piraxel for the win in the GP2 and F1. I'm gonna say Warlords.
Warlords is in F1.
Sorry, I was just thinking it was like, oh, is Warlords in the F1? Nah. I'm gonna go with the real one and say Black Mamba.
If he shows up.
If he shows up.
If he shows up.
If both of them don't show up, then it's a toss-up between Brett Cleves and Pure Gold.
Oh, but then you also got to track like Xeri, Rabbit Donkey.
Oh, that's right. Because they don't race often. Rabbit Donkey hasn't been there in ages.
He'll be here this weekend.
Thank God, because we all need a bit of guy in our lives, okay? Because God's God.
Jeez.
All right.
If Rabbit Donkey wins tomorrow night, can we say the better guy won?
Probably.
All right, Team Petronas. Jonathon, we'll go with
you. GP3. I'll go with Infinite March.
You go with that. You go with my answers already.
I can't sound biased and go with myself.
Because you ain't gonna win.
That and I haven't had any practice at all this week because of work and heat and illness. I was down and out today with heat due to heat exhaustion.
Can we can we get a heart in chat, please, for Jonathon? Pray for Jonathon.
Pray for Grace.
GP2, I'm going to go with McKenzie. And F1, I'm going to say Brett is going to get the win.
Oh, Brett. Oh, that's too much.
Yeah, you know what those Toro Rosso boys are. Yeah, they look out for each other.
It gets harder and harder.
Honestly,
I didn't in GP2.
Yeah, I never thought that, and bloody I never thought in my life I'd ever say that.
What?
Toro Rosso boys. I suppose.
Well, it'll soon be Red Bull boys.
Boy.
Yeah, don't forget, episode 1 of Red Bull Boys should be out within the next couple of weeks, so keep that in mind.
6 months later.
Yeah, 6 months later. That's how long it's taken Guy
Red Bull Boys sounds like some sort of gay comic.
Because it is a gay comic.
Well, it is. It is pretty much.
It's about Guy and Brett's love relationship with each other's
Yeah, it's in cinemas September 28th.
No.
Featuring a cameo from Nami 92.
No. Brett and Guy, I like being a Brett and Guy. Hang on, Brett and Guy are like bromates, but without the cock.
No, Alex. You mean with the cock?
Well, anyway, yeah. So McKenzie, your predictions for F1?
GP there, I reckon. Yeah, no, I've got to agree with everyone else. I reckon March is overdue for a race win. The last 2 or 3 weekends he's been there, but he just hasn't been able to pull the strings together to make it official. And I reckon Oh, but actually, I take that back. Actually, if his USA performance was anything to show, he'll get disqualified this weekend. So,
I hope it's not going to happen.
I'm gonna retract my statement and say Max Verstappen's gonna win.
Oh, come on.
There you go with your favoritism again.
So there was your impartial biasness to say Mason's gonna win.
F1, I reckon Xeri will finally get a race win. His pace in USA was quite good until he decided to bottle it. And then
Joe Polainen. He's pretty quick as well. He was quicker in USA.
Yeah, but but you also got to take into to the account that he didn't have Noah on his asshole the whole race. He had you, so like he was perfectly fine.
He had an asshole on his asshole.
But I still managed to hold on for dear life.
Yeah, but I think what McKenzie means is that because you weren't a championship contender, he didn't. He could have let you through, and it wouldn't have bothered him in the slightest.
But
if it was Noah, he would have been sweat moding the whole thing.
Yeah.
I think.
And then GP2.
Or as I said, he had an asshole on his asshole.
Oh god, might have to keep these two off the program together.
Hang on. He's got another silver arrow shoved up his ass.
Ooh, actually, that was quite clever. I'll take that one. So yeah, GP2.
GP2. I honestly reckon if he shows up and keeps his car on the track and stops corner cutting, I reckon it'll be a close fight between Owen, myself, Warlords, Table Clan, and maybe Inverche if he shows up and race as well.
I like how you include everyone else but myself.
Yeah, I was bad to.
Did I put Alex on? Alex will be at the back there somewhere.
Alex will finish behind me, which then the question will become, hey, how the hell did that Renault manage to finish ahead of a championship contender?
Anyway, so for me, F1, I'd like to see Xeri get his first win, and it'd be. I'm sure. Wow, he is a Toro Rosso driver, but I mean, I'm technically playing second fiddle to him anyway to get him a race win.
You want him in a race win.
Although, for argument's sake, if I was ahead of him on the last lap, I think I'll probably stay there.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's funny though. Like, X has been in Toro Rosso all season, and he hasn't had a chance to race win. You show up in like one race or something, one or two races,
get a win straight away.
Scrappiest win of your life, but
yeah, but so yeah, I think either him, John Polainen. I wouldn't mind seeing Plevs on the top step again. I mean, he's already had 2 wins in the beta test, but he's come back from a bit of adversity on his own part, but yeah, it'd be good to see.
More like you shoved him out of his seat. Ooh. You threatened to shove him out of his seat.
Wow, yeah, but I mean, like, the way I look at it is that every car from the top 4 pretty much the 4 manufacturers that are in the category have won a race apart from both Red Bulls. So, if Plebs win, then that means that the top 3 plus Toro Rosso have won a race each. So that would be something worth to celebrate.
What about GP2 and 3?
GP2, I would like to see Warlords take a win, especially given it's going to be his last race of the season.
Is it?
Yeah, he's going away for 3 weeks, so he'll be absent for the last 3 races.
Rip.
Yeah. I would like to. I'm definitely curious to see what V6 race is going to be like, given he's been.
Is Rohan back this weekend?
Yeah, Rohan's back this weekend. So.
There's people that might be racing this weekend finally.
I think there's going to be a huge scrap for the front. I actually reckon. I personally think McKenzie's going to get disqualified, and that's going to take a huge blow to his championship.
Yeah, I'm not confident at all. I've got to be modest, but
If I put it down to it, I think
that's correct.
To make a proper validational choice, I choose Warlords or Table Clan.
I choose you.
And then GP3. Now GP3 is an interesting case because, from what I've heard through the time trials, it's quite close.
I think
Very close.
I think Mason's done a pretty good time in time trial.
Actually,
Yeah,
yeah,
but
only because he was threatened because Jordan Dittmer was a lot faster. And he didn't want to sit as the last person on time trial for that. But anyway, I think I kind of agree with McKenzie on the March factor. I think given what he was like through USA with his track extending, I think he could be in a bit of trouble this weekend.
That was my idea, by the way.
I think,
Say
well,
infinite-
Josh, personally,
But I just like started something, eh?
well, Josh, I personally think you're going to be in the same boat. Given your performance in the last two.
I may bottled it in Mexico.
Well, you bottled it in Japan as well, so.
I bottled it in Japan. I bottled it in Singapore and Malaysia.
And you're gonna bottle it again in Mexico.
I think.
I bottled Singapore majorly.
Mate, I may
You know
bottle
what?
it from pole
I'm gonna
position.
do a bold one here, Jonathan. I think you're gonna win this weekend.
If he doesn't if he doesn't bottle it himself.
I was taken out in US.
Three is if the rest of the field retires.
Oh, for God's sake, give it a rest, you two. Anyway, that's
Hey, I
Maybe
finished
we should
fourth
get
on
John
pure
on the-
talent in Japan, and I suck at that track.
I won that,
Yeah,
and I won it on the same value. That's amazing.
Finished fourth on track, though.
Well, that was a win for me in the US. Tribute to Nicky Hayden in the Circus of the Americas.
Okay, I'm gonna ask a really stupid question here. Who is Nicky Hagen?
MotoGP.
Oh, okay.
But,
That's probably why I don't
He's the
know.
American
He was killed a few
MotoGP World
years ago in a
Championship. He
motorcycle.
won
Well,
three
I
races.
honestly think the real rip situation here is Sergio Marchionne, who tragically passed away over the week. So I would say a lot of Toro Rosso, Ferrari, and all Italian people will be showing their respect at the Hungarian Grand Prix this weekend, as well as the Mexican Grand Prix for the Transnation Formula One World Championship. So,
Sergio, this one's going for you, mate.
yep, Sergio, rest in peace, my friend.
Jojo.
Peace, bro.
Being a former Ferrari driver myself, I understand what it must be like for the team to be going into
And
the
you're a
weekend.
current, and don't forget you're a current Toro Rosso driver, so
Well, exactly. So,
And current Ferrari drivers.
so it's like, you know, it's a tragic loss, and thoughts and prayers go to you and your family and friends that are mourning the loss. So anyway, that's the end of the first segment of Transnation 7 Days. We'll be back maybe
Next week?
maybe
Same
the
time
week
next week?
after. We might play it on a fortnightly basis. I don't know. We'll find that out.
Fortnightly basis.
Fortnite basis.
Get out of the studio.
We should do
Go
the
on,
new series.
out. Anyway, so
I have the broom.
So Team Scuderia, Team Red Bull, Team
Look, I have a
Petronas,
BB gun.
all portraying Jonathon, Carten, McKenzie, Stewart, Alex Little, Joshua Law, and Michael Poland. I'm Brett Keenan, your host, saying good night.
See you later.